If you love the 80s and 90s, this new Skirmish game may be for you.
Spiky Bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com, and we've got a new Skirmish game to show you today. RTLW Miniatures sent this over. They're like, hey, we got a new game. You want to talk about it? I'm like, I know. There's so many new games out there. What do you cover? I'm like, all right, what is it? This is what I do to everybody, by the way. I'm like super skeptical about everything these days. And then they showed me, and I was like, okay, all right, we'll talk about that. It looks dope. So, long story short, they sent over some of the starters, some accessories, which I don't see on their site, which we're about to show you here in a second. And it just looks, and it looks, once I got it in my hands and looked at all the packaging, it's like 100 times cooler than I thought it was. So, there's that, which is pretty dope. Now, I want to be upfront with you guys. I haven't played it yet, which is terrible, because it's only like a 14-page rulebook. But we haven't even got the miniatures together. So, after this video, I'm going to try to get some of the guys together. We're going to try to play it. So, I'm not going to be able to tell you about some in-game stuff. But I am going to tell you everything else there is to talk about when it comes to this game. So, let's dig in. So, RTLW Miniatures is the place to find out more about this cool-looking game called Hydrofila. And we're going to click on it here. And it gives you the whole breakdown on pretty much everything there is to know. So, it's based on the cyberpunk, like a cyberpunk setting, but also with the classic action films of the 80s and 90s, which, you know, I'm sure a lot of y'all out there, depending on when you were born, regardless, can probably appreciate, because some of that stuff's the classics, some of that stuff is just like so retro. It's like us like in the 70s and the 90s sort of thing. Regardless, it's a skirmish game. You got two small squads, which, you know, easily paintable, easily attainable in this, you know, very frenetic, hobby-paced world we live in today. Mechanics are easy to learn according to them, have a high replayability thanks to a variety of missions and various combinations of soldiers in a squadron, which can be changed as well. A standard game lasts 1 to 2 hours depending on experience, 2 to 4 players, but most missions have to be 2-on-2 and not, you know, 1v1v1v1. 3 factions available currently: Government, Crime Syndicate, and Nishimura, we'll go with that, Corporation. And here they are, the brief overview of all 3 of the existing factions, and then some of the artwork and stuff down here. Now, a couple of things to point out: the starters, $39.99, $39.99, $42.99. However, if you add it up real quick, the value of the minis, if you buy them separately for, you know, whatever game you might be playing out there, or tabletop game, RPG-based element game, what have you, you're going to notice that there's a significant savings just picking up the starter set. Like the walker here and 2 of the miniatures is already the price of the starter, and this squad of like 3 enforcers right here, or 3 patrolmen, are $28.99. So it goes without saying, you might as well, if you're going to pick up like 3-ish of these, just singles for whatever, you might as well get the starter and maybe check out a new game. So it's kind of value as far as that goes. Everything else for the most part, oh, you can download the rules. Now, they don't have it on here, but you just right click on this link, open a new tab. It's going to pop up with Adobe Photoshop download through Google Drive of the rules, 14-page quick start rules right here. Now, they have some accessories, which they sent us, and I'm going to show you, but I don't have, they're not listed on here. So, like, I don't know if they're going to be, if this is something that comes with the start, like every starter gets a set of these tokens and a set of these mission cards. I'm not exactly sure. I'll find out more and report back, maybe put it in the video comments or something like that. But long story short, $39.99 for the starters. A lot of the minis are, you know, $12-ish, and then some of the bigger stuff is like $19 to $20-ish right there. So it seems like overall pretty good value. Can't complain about that. Now here's the starter set itself. We've got the Syndicate Shadow Warriors here. Definitely got a cool 80s, 90s vibe sort of deal right here. And then the fine print on the back, published by RTLW, etc., etc. There you can see the models that are coming in here. So this is kind of your Shadowrun, cyberpunk kind of feel, all wrapped up with that, you know, 80s, 90s kind of vibe here. And the cool thing that I think a lot of people are going to appreciate is this is how you open up The starter set itself is a VCR tape with like the full cassette back. Be kind, rewind, please. Once you open this up, it's gonna have a nice little foam piece here that kind of shelters the miniatures, the bases, and the cards, little ruler, and I think there's some war gear in there. We'll take a look here on the table in a second. So here's the contents of the box all laid out. You get your fighter cards right here, a couple of war gear cards it looks like as well, with really cool graphics. I mean, they've got special abilities on the back, everything you would expect from, you know, a basic skirmish war game, and then, you know, a little card backer right there, which is really neat. Don't have to show you the minis because we're going to actually put those together and show them to you. But something I really do like is the fact that there is a little range ruler right here, a little quick reference range ruler that looks like 1 inch, 1 inch. So 2 inches, maybe that has a lot to do with the game, like coherency and such. I don't know yet. Oh, speaking of game, I was supposed to show you the PDF. So let's jump and do that, then put these guys together and show you all the miniatures for these starters. Okay, so here is the quick start rules that you can download off the RTLW site. It gives you a little bit of better idea of kind of what it's all about. There's some cover art, preparing for battle, things like that. It's 14 pages long. It's illustrated pretty well, you know, with specific examples. Goes over activations, characters, those cards I just showed you right there with all the different points and things, health points, moves, evasion, all those tactics and things. Going over scenarios, building a squad, the turn. There's a lot of graphics in here, you know, obviously cover and visibility, always a big thing. Here's, you know, more illustration and things just to kind of look at attacks. There we go. Now we know why there's 2 inches on that quick range ruler. And so it's pretty neat. 14 pages, like I said. I'm kind of embarrassed I haven't read through it yet, but it's all right here. You can check it out before you even buy the game. And hey, we love free rules, right? And also there's additional deployment cards and war gear cards here, or I guess they call them equipment cards, as well as tokens that they sent over. Now, I'm not sure if these are things they're going to be offering separately on their site, or you get them with every starter purchase, and I can't speak to that currently, but I'll find out and drop it in the comments below for you guys to find out. But there is, you know, more game aids, which we love. It looks like you're going to need about a 3x3 space, but the deployment and the game itself is going to be played on, it looks, you know, to be roughly 21 inches by 21 inches, but that's to give you room for all your cards and all the different things right there. So you're going to be getting in close pretty quick, it looks like. So quick correction, the worst. I went to look up the names of all the models that we just built, and all the questions that I had have been answered. So really cool little thing here that I noticed as well. You can add on some of the extra miniatures as well, like if you need extra dudes in here if you're buying a starter. And here's the cards and tactics. You can add them to the set, but if you buy 2 starters for you and a friend to learn to play, you can get the equipment card and the tactics mission cards for free. Let's see, and then purchase all 3 to get the terminal objective markers for free. So, you know, a little bit of a bonus to pick them up. 120 bucks. Try out a game, have an extra warband or gang, so to speak, to sub in and play with, but also get everything you need game aid wise to play the game. Free rules download. I feel like $120 in this day and age isn't a bad price at all, and then a little bit extra discount, you know, on the picking up the extra miniatures for here. So again, I'm the worst. I should have clicked on this first, and all our questions would have been answered. But I suppose that's kind of the nature of the beast of learning anything new. I mean, you're going to make mistakes, so please forgive my mostly professional review this go around. So here's the miniatures all built up. We'll compare them to some of the existing stuff out there that you already know and love. There's the war gear cards that we just showed. These are the ones that come, or the character cards, and there's some equipment in here. These are the ones that actually come in the set. So how cool are these? Well, let's take a look. So here is, who is this guy? I don't even know, but he's cool. It's kind of like a cross between the Terminator and some sort of cyberpunk bike rider on what looks to be a 50 mil base, to be quite honest, but very good detail. Went together for the most part pretty decent, and it's got the little shoddy right there, and it's got that cyberpunk haircut and you know, accompanying visor sort of thing. Smaller model wise, these look to be on 25 mils. You got a little hacker duder right here. Let's get you some good like right there. It's got the little 80s vest, the Marty McFly vest, and doing all the things that you would expect him to do with a great little kind of hand motion air hacking in his way into something with a little control panel monitor on his wrist, which I think is pretty cool. This guy, I think, steals the show in all the artwork. Good luck, Charlie. He's got some sort of little bomb right there, just skipping around nimbly bimbly from tree to tree with his little explosive devices right there. Very, very cool looking. Very, very cool looking miniature. I think he's a neat one. And then we got two more. Also from the artwork, we've got this kind of Shadow Spectre type lady right here with a couple of close combat weapons. Don't know exactly what they're all about, but she's pretty cool looking. And last but certainly not least, I don't know if they had man buns in the 80s, but here he is right here. A little bit of gap on the back. You can always fill those with Vallejo plastic putty in the cape. Could be that, I don't know. Do we sit that right? Yeah, it looks about right. It looks like there might be a little gapping issue. Gappings aren't that. Gapping definitely isn't that bad, to be quite honest, but great looking miniature nonetheless with a nice actionable pose. Now, how do they compare to miniatures you already know out there? Well, here's the Deathcore Kriegsman. So about the same. 25 millimeter base right there. Some of these other folks are a little bit smaller, as you would imagine. And this one, of course, is about the same size if you're squatting down and doing some stuff. And there's the lady miniature, so definitely appropriately anatomically portioned. And this guy looking fresh. Space Marine wise, well, I guess this one is really the only one that kind of scales up to it, because on the 32 mil base to 50 mil base, definitely no comparison right there. And then, you know, when you start looking at some of the humanoids, well, he might be able to explode him, well, both of them from a distance, but we know which one will win in combat, right? Next up is the Government Syndicate, and we'll start it out with a bang. Check out this walker. This is the MCV walker, which, well, definitely brings some RoboCop memories to mind right there. It needs a little straightening out with the resin right there. Just got to heat that up. It's no big deal. But put it together. It's on a 50 mil base as well. Obviously a little tall. So I think there was some special rules in the rulebook about like line of sight and visibility. There's how he kind of compares to the Primaris Space Marine. But I love the look of this, and very well detailed miniature. I mean, for the money, also pretty dope. Here's, I think this is one of the patrolsmen from the set. So cyberpunky, it's got a gun, got some armor, about the enforcers of the realm, I suppose, something like that. And then this is oh no, that was the enforcer. This is the captain dude. This is Captain Davis, I think his name is. They all got backstory and stuff. It's pretty interesting to kind of read some of the stuff in the section of each of the little starters. This is a patrolman, so there's a set of 3 of these. We didn't put all of them together, but you kind of get the idea here. And then obviously has armor and stuff and a little cap. Not super tactical unless you're I don't know, inside of a jail or something. I don't know, maybe not riot gear, but there is how he compares up to a Kriegsman. And then this guy, who's this guy? I forget. This is called the Hunter, doing his best. Scorpion, get over here. Kind of a mix between the Scorpion and perhaps Jason, I don't know, but very cool looking, and of course has a little submachine gun on the back right there. So this is a cool mini. I can see where a lot of folks would paint him up in appropriate Scorpion fashion. So that is for the most part all the miniatures that come in the Government starter. And next, well, last but certainly not least, is the Nishimura Flesh of Steel. You got the Behemoth, the Dragonfly, the Beetle, the Jackal, Jackal and Jackal, 2 little Jackal. I think they're Anubis or something. I don't know. Jackal pattern, Anubis pattern, something like that, and Tatsui. So very cool looking miniatures, and here they are put together on. Actually, I think this is bigger than the 50 mil. Yep, this is the biggest base out there. This looks like a 60 mil base. So this crazy robot, which was Behemoth. Well, that explains it. It's the biggest one out there. So some sort of missile launcher cannon thing, typical Japanimation style. And there's 2 of these robots. This is I think this is the Anubis pattern one right here with a little Gatler on the side. Didn't put both of them together, but you get the idea, and this is how it kind of compares. It's on the same size base as a Primaris. Very cool. And then some of these little baby walkers. What are these? Beetles. So there's 2 of these. We didn't put them both together, but I think they're on 32s as well. So here's how it compares to a Primaris. So very cool looking. And this is all resin, guys. You know, like, it's super easy to work with. You know, not as hard. It can hold more detail than pewter, so you're gonna get a lot more detail and not as much flat space. And Artel really packs them on. Here's a little drone, guys. These are called Dragonflies. I think there's 2 of these. Yep, there's 2 of these in the box too. Very cool, small, little 33mm round base. And last but certainly not least is Tetsui, I think. Tetsui, little hacker with some sort of mechanical helper droid thing wired into the matrix. I don't know if that's a little dragonfly that's like pulling some cords for her, running some wire. I don't know what that is, but it seems pretty neat in theory. And she compares more to this guardsman right here. So I imagine it's a she. We'll go with that. Final answer. So that is about it for this one. We've showed you all the minis. We talked about some of the rules, all the goodies you can get, the add-ons for getting 1 or 2 or 3 of these starters. Ends up being $120. They're $39.99. Well, actually, I take that back. The Nishimura one was a little bit more. That is $42.99. So it isn't quite $120 with shipping. It's going to be a little bit more, but regardless, there's some goodies out there. If you want to pick them up, jump in, check it out with a friend. Free download, 14-page rulebook PDF over on Artel W Miniatures site. And I think that's about all we can say until we actually play the game. We'll hopefully know more here in the near future. So thank you very much for listening to our review, listening and watching to our review of the new Hydrofila game from Artel W Miniatures. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos.